Hello, my dear ones. Let's have a little heart-to-heart, shall we? This question, what should I do with my life, is as old as time itself. And yet, every generation asks it as if it's brand new. I've asked it myself more times than I care to admit. If you're grappling with this question, know you're not alone. Pull up a chair, pour yourself a cup of tea, and let me share some stories and thoughts that might guide you. The question that never really leaves. When I was a girl growing up in a small town, life seemed so straightforward. You went to school, helped your family, got married, and raised kids. But even as a teenager, I would stare out the window during chores wondering, is there something more? What am I supposed to do with this one wild, precious life? I thought I had it figured out when I was in my 20s. I married Tom, your grandpa, and we started a family. My life revolved around raising children, keeping a home, and loving my husband. But even then, the question would creep in late at night as I folded laundry or watched the kids sleep. Was this all there was? You see, that question doesn't go away no matter how old you get. But the beauty of life is that every time you ask it, you uncover another layer of who you are meant to be. The detours that shape us. Let me tell you about a time when I was utterly lost. It was after my youngest child had grown up and moved out. 4 years, I had poured my heart into being a mother. Suddenly, the house was quiet, and I didn't know what to do with myself. I tried to fill the emptiness with hobbies, knitting, gardening, even baking enough cookies to feed the entire neighborhood. But nothing felt right. One day I sat at the kitchen table and cried, "What should I do with my life now?" I whispered. That's when Tom, in his gentle way, said something that changed everything. "Suzie, why don't you stop asking what you should do and start asking who you want to be?" His words struck a chord. I realized I had been focusing so much on actions and accomplishments that I had forgotten to think about my deeper purpose. Who did I want to be? Kind, generous, brave, loving? That question set me on a path of self-discovery that continues to this day. The pressure to have it all figured out. Now let's talk about the pressure to have it all figured out. Oh, how the world loves to rush us. You see it everywhere, on social media, in movies, even in the way people talk. But here's a little secret. Most people don't have a clue what they're doing. And that's okay. Life isn't about having a grand plan that unfolds perfectly. It's about taking one step at a time, learning as you go, and trusting that the path will reveal itself. When I was younger, I thought I had to make all the right choices, choose the right job, marry the right person, live in the right place. But looking back, it's the wrong turns and detours that taught me the most. For example, there was a time when Tom and I tried to start a small business. Failed miserably. We lost money and I felt like a failure. But that experience taught us resilience and brought us closer as a couple. Sometimes what feels like a setback is really just a lesson in disguise. Listening to the whisper. One of the most important things I've learned is to listen to the quiet whisper inside you. Call it intuition, call it God's voice, call it whatever you like, but it's there guiding you. When I was in my 50s, I felt that whisper nudging me to do something I had never done before: volunteer at a local shelter. I was terrified. I didn't think I had anything to offer, but I showed up one shaky step at a time. What I found there changed me. The people I met, their stories, their courage, taught me more about life than any book ever could. I didn't save them, they saved me. That experience reminded me that the best way to find purpose is to serve others. Grandma Suzie's 5 questions to guide your life. When you're feeling stuck, ask yourself these 5 questions. They've helped me through many crossroads in life. What brings me joy? Not just fleeting happiness, but deep soul-filling joy. What am I good at? Everyone has gifts. Discover yours and use them to make the world a little brighter. Who do I want to help? Purpose often comes from serving others. What do I want to be remembered for? Think about the legacy you want to leave behind. What does my heart say? Listen to that quiet voice inside you. It knows more than you think. The seasons of life. Remember, my dears, life has seasons. In one season, your purpose might be raising children or building a career. In another, it might be traveling, learning, or giving back. When I was in my 60s, I thought my life's purpose was behind me. But then I started writing letters like this one, sharing my stories and lessons. I never imagined those words would touch so many lives. It taught me that purpose doesn't have an expiration date. Final thoughts. If you're sitting there wondering, what should I do with my life? Know this. The answer isn't out there waiting to be discovered. It's already within you, waiting to be uncovered. Take it one step at a time. Try new things. Fail and try again. And most importantly, focus on who you want to be, not just what you want to do. Living a meaningful life isn't about having all the answers. It's about asking the right questions and being brave enough to follow where they lead. With all my love, Grandma Suzie. Thank you, my dears, for spending this time with me. Remember, life's journey is better when we walk it together. If these stories and reflections warmed your heart, be sure to subscribe and join me for more wisdom, comfort, and a little sprinkle of joy. Together, let's keep growing one story at a time. Until next time, stay safe, stay hopeful, and remember, you're never alone. Grandma loves you.